leaders who lead, success isn't measured in promises. It's measured in results. At Rockwell Automation, our 24,000 employees across the globe focus every day on delivering business results for our customers. Because with every result achieved, we realize the promise of expanding human possibilities. That's why we're Rockwell. Our customers make products and deliver solutions that touch all of our lives. And they partner with us to realize measurable, consistent, and profitable business outcomes, delivering the real results they and their customers depend on. The people of Rockwell and our vast production technology portfolio make a real difference in industrial production quality, speed, and efficiency, making a difference in ramping up adequate supplies of life-saving vaccines, making a difference by helping deliver vehicles that are affordable, efficient, and safe, making a difference by engineering sustainability into every system and solution we deliver. Because at Rockwell, we believe better is possible. And the results we deliver add value for our customers every day, in every industry we serve. Our systems connect your company end to end with data-fueled insights, improving the decisions that deliver results and expanding human possibilities. Rockwell Automation. Results achieved.
Hello and welcome to our live stream today. I'm Gwen Peters, the Director of Innovation and User Experience at Rockwell Automation. And I'm joined by Ali Schwartner, Strategic Business Manager, Anthony Murphy, Vice President of Product Management for Plex, Michael Baer, Director of Contracts Capabilities, and Alessandro Masiello, Customer Sustainability Commercial Lead. Today we're talking about the 9th Annual State of Smart Manufacturing Report. This report has over 1,500 contributors from the manufacturing sector. They represent the top 17 manufacturing countries in the world. Over half of the respondents have direct decision-making authority at their operations, and they represent a wide variety of industries. The full report is linked in this post if you'd like to page through it while we discuss the highlights with you. And as always, we like to hear from our audience. So if you have comments on what you find most interesting or what you're hoping to learn, please let us know. Ali, we're going to start with you. We can't go long without talking about Gen AI or reading about it. In the report, we see that 83% of manufacturers plan to use Gen AI in their operations this year in 2024. How will this demand for Gen AI within industrial automation be realized in various industries?
Hi, Gwen. Yes, Gen AI is the #1 new area for technology investment over the next 12 months and is posed to have significant impact across industries. Each industry will have their own unique specific areas that AI will impact. One area that we're hearing across all of the industries is really being prepared to apply AI. And what that means is a focus on collecting data effectively. Actually, based on the report, you'll find that those surveyed believe their own organizations use less than half of the collected data effectively. So there's immense opportunity to really tap into that data and make sure it's organized and ability for AI to be applied. There are various different use cases that can be thought of with Gen AI. One example that I really like is around the autonomy advancements. Gen AI is paving way for machinery that can self-regulate and really adapt to unfamiliar surroundings. So if you imagine machines that adjust their parameters based on real-time data, optimizing performance and energy, all at the same time while minimizing waste and errors, will be a huge opportunity and take away some of those unnecessary areas of waste.
The opportunity for transformation is incredible, isn't it? Let's talk about how AI adoption is delivering business outcomes. Investment in AI delivers bigger business outcomes, and it has one of the highest ROIs. So what types of results can adopters see?
Adopters are seeing results that drive both productivity and sustainability, such as improving quality, reducing cost, driving OEE, reducing CO2 emissions. One of the key takeaways from the report is quality control tops the chart for planned AI machine learning use cases in 2024. So if we think about improving quality, AI-driven solutions enhance product quality by automating the quality control processes. So for instance, in manufacturing, AI algorithms can detect defects in real time, leading to higher quality products. This not only improves the customer satisfaction, but also reduces waste and rework. All in all, though, Gen AI's adoption will revolutionize how industries operate, but successful implementation does require a holistic approach that combines technology, data, and the human people expertise that I know we'll get into shortly.
Thanks, Allie. Anthony, let's talk about workforce for a few minutes. The report mentions that employers are looking to complement their workforces using wearables, cobots, autonomous mobile robots, and automated guided vehicles. How can investing in these new technologies benefit employers?
It's a really good question, and manufacturers are looking at how do they augment and automate and likewise advance the workforce. As you think about, it's not only just about attracting workers, but it's also driving retention and likewise efficiency. And so if we think about things like AMRs and AGVs, they're really designed to automate away this like low skill, high risk task and free up people to do what they are uniquely qualified to do, the high impact and creative work. People are the heart of the business. And so you always need people. We just need to focus them, and manufacturers are looking on how they focus them on more high value tasks. And likewise, cobots are being used to help augment the worker for a safer and more efficient work environment, right? Everybody wants to come to work and do a good job and do it in a safe manner, and likewise be able to come and work with, new technology. And so, these technologies like cobots, wearables, AMRs, are really great examples about how manufacturers looking to automate, augment, and advance the workforce, and likewise drive retention.
That makes sense. The report also highlights manufacturers say the top reason they're struggling to outpace competition is the lack of a skilled workforce. So how can adopting some of these new technologies help them be more competitive?
Yeah, absolutely. And the report echoes what we see in the market and what we see in the labor statistics around the retiring of the workforce, people not coming back to manufacturing, and we saw a full third of manufacturers said that something as simple as training employees on updated processes is one of their number one challenges. And so as manufacturers are looking to again attract and retain the workforce, the question becomes, how do you make an employee who has 30 minutes of experience as productive, as safe, and producing high quality as someone who has 30 years of experience? And you do that, by what we call the 4 Ps: connecting people to purpose, people to people, productivity, and process. And so purpose is all about making sure people understand what the work that they're doing is meaningful and how it contributes to the broader company vision. So not just about, hey, I'm doing this task and I have my own metrics, but how it advances the company. And that really helps connect people and make them want to stay and do good work. Connecting people to other people, as you think about mentorship and, trying to take away a little bit of the scariness that comes around being a new employee. Right? It's really easy to quit a task or quit a job. It's hard to quit a team. And so increasingly looking for opportunities to build teams, and then likewise productivity and process. And so you do that through, connecting people to core measurables and activities that they are responsible for. So it's very easy for them to see how they are driving not only their function, but the business forward, and using digital capabilities for that. Things like digital and interactive work instructions, not only from a training perspective. So this is what I'm expecting you to do and how it's going to work. But then when the employee gets to doing the task, they see the same information, and it's laid out very clearly, very digitally, always up to date. Takes a lot of that angst out of it, but also drives a higher level of quality. Driving collaboration with digital tools, as you think about, not having to run around and ask a question, but just very easily in a safe and secure way, asking questions of your peers. And as Allie was talking about, AI to augment not only the knowledge, but the productivity and the efficiency. And so it's very easy to capture the knowledge that is resident in not only the machines, but also in people, and use that to make it easier to get the job done. And so all ways that manufacturers are looking to help solve for that workforce challenge.
Thanks, Anthony. As we're hearing, so much of success in manufacturing relies on people. And that's a good segue to my next question for Michael. Michael, we see in the report that employers are citing cybersecurity as the top skill they're looking for in 2024. What does this mean for manufacturing employees?
Thanks, Gwen. The reality is cyber threats are a major concern for manufacturers. Both Anthony and Ali talked about digital transformation, Gen AI, things that are on that OT plant floor now, and they weren't there 5, 10, 20, 30 years ago. So the reality is customers have to really embrace this digital transformation in order to stay competitive. But the reality is they inadvertently expose their OT environments to these potential cyber attacks. Even worse is the bad guys know it. Ransomware is up 50% year over year, and 80% of those vulnerabilities are in industrial control system areas, so the OT environment. And the reality is that customers and companies have a resource and talent shortage in this OT space. They have decades and decades of developing deep acumen and expertise in that OT environment. And they have probably years of IT cybersecurity expertise developed as well. But that OT cybersecurity gap is here. So we really suggest a three-pronged multiple approach to address that talent gap. First is upskilling the competency that you have in-house. So getting your employees trained, certified to really bridge the gap in the OT cybersecurity area, so they have that expertise that they need. Certainly from a cost-effective standpoint, though, you can't have everyone in your OT environment, all of your operators, all of your plant engineers, et cetera, be cybersecurity experts. So a lot of times we see companies having to augment that staff through third-party service vendors. And this is a great way to ensure that you have that 24/7, 365 big brother looking over your shoulder, assessing, implementing, and really watching that OT environment. And then the last piece is you really have to think differently. You have to have an OT cybersecurity mindset, which sometimes requires creating different roles that didn't exist a few years ago. You need someone waking up thinking about OT cybersecurity every single day. If it's a second job or if it's an afterthought, you simply won't have the right dedicated resources. You won't have the right planning to really mitigate your risk landscape and stay one step ahead of those bad guys.
Absolutely. We're living in a world where cyber attacks are on the rise, and the risks that they pose really threaten operations resiliency. So, Michael, how can people use that three-prong approach that you just mentioned to increase awareness, drive action, and really defend against these cyber attacks that are everywhere?
Yeah, it's real. The first thing I would say is it has to be a mindset or a culture. It's got to be woven into the fabric of the company. It can't just be an IT problem, and it really needs to span both IT and OT. Quite frankly, if they don't take that seriously and prioritize or fund it, the chances their response isn't going to mitigate their risk fully, and it puts them at risk in the OT environment. At Rockwell, we really strongly suggest using a comprehensive risk-based approach. Using a common framework like NIST is something that we use that spans both IT and OT, helps you understand where you should start. In the first place, you've got to really know is what is your threat landscape. You have to understand where your risk is and really where that can affect your OT critical operations. And that allows you to really allocate spend resources in the best way to drive the maximum security and frankly, return on investment as well. Now that sounds easier than it is. I'm here at RSA in San Francisco, a large cybersecurity conference. And as I walk the floor, I see the multitude of tools, platforms, services, and vendors that really inundate companies. So choosing the right solution is very challenging. And you run the risk of having disparate point solutions that really don't mitigate that risk very, very well. So using the NIST framework, what we suggest is partnering with someone that knows your OT environment, that really is that OT cybersecurity partner that can help assess your risk across that NIST framework and develop a plan that can be implemented in a very timely and return on investments based approach. The reality is no one company can really go about this journey alone. It takes a holistic approach. It takes the right partners, tech, process, people, to keep that OT environment secure.
Thanks, Michael. Alessandro, let's talk about sustainability. For years, manufacturers have used smart manufacturing techniques to improve efficiency, improve quality, OEE, productivity. Now we're seeing them use those same techniques of smart manufacturing, but to improve their ESG and sustainability goals. What's driving this?
So as a company focused on automation of manufacturing plants, our intent is helping customers around the globe improving their processes and their efficiency. And we have done this since years across many different industries. Over the last years, I think what people have started to realize is that the improvements, hence the optimizations that they want to drive, plays a key role in supporting such efficiency improvement strategies. And everyone is also realizing that this, such investment are also supporting them in their sustainability, achieving their sustainability goals as well. So take, for instance, what Ali was mentioning even before, right? Improving quality. So if you target an improvement in quality, you will definitely also improve your energy efficiency. And this will also lead in minimizing your waste. And so also improve the use of your raw materials. So this is just an example on how aiming for maybe a better quality, which is a process KPIs, also supports anyone in achieving their sustainability goals. And varied are the reasons that are driving this. Definitely, regulations are putting a pressure on our customers, but which regulations that will soon or are already effective. But there are also many other reasons for that, and manufacturers are also starting to realize that focuses on the optimization of their processes and supply chain, leveraging these sustainability practices offers them a number of other benefits.
Absolutely. On the implementation side now, Alessandro, what matters most within a company's sustainability and overall ESG policy?
So the report clearly lists different areas that matters for manufacturers. Some of the most important motivations that were mentioned are definitely, as I mentioned before, right, improving the efficiency, followed by gaining competitiveness, as well as addressing environmental issues before they arise. And so these are just some of the most important topics, but also a desire to do good, increase their brand reputation, respond to customer demands, and improve their bottom lines was also listed as good reasons for that. In general, I really invite anyone, right, to read the State of Smart Manufacturing report, because it contains definitely really relevant information and insights for improving manufacturing processes while supporting their company's sustainability strategies and journey as well.
Isn't it encouraging to hear about more and more people talking about ESG and their widespread prioritization of it? It's also exciting to hear how we can tackle operations' most difficult challenges with smart manufacturing. Thank you, Ali, Anthony, Michael, and Alessandro for sharing your insights today. For any of you who want to dig deeper into some of these topics, you can click on the link or use the QR code to access this full report. And in the chat, you'll also find the link to a 3-part webinar series that complements the report. Part 1 is on AI and workforce, Part 2 on ESG, and Part 3 is on using cybersecurity best practices to improve resiliency. Finally, thanks to all of you for watching and sharing your comments and thoughts with us today. Have a great day.